Hi.
Hello.
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 Wow, there's already 25, 27 of you here. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Put y'all in gallery so I can see everybody. What's happening? Who got flowers? Who got flowers? I want to see your flowers. I want to see your flowers. Happy
Got them here with
Galentine's
me.
Day. Let's let some people get in. I love it. I want all of you to do a screenshot. Put your screen on gallery right now. Do a screenshot. I want you to put it on Instagram, stories, tag me, take pictures, spread the word. We want all the women out there, first of all, loving up on themselves. And second of all, learning as much as they can about money, honey. I see some familiar faces and some not so familiar faces. So welcome to the new people. Welcome to my old friends. As you guys know, I'm Gail Keys Allen, and I am so excited to be here. And the people that know me for a long time know that not too many things excite me, but lately a lot of things have been exciting me. So I'm just really, really blessed, feeling blessed that you guys trust me enough to show up and you trust yourself enough to show up today. So let's wait a few more minutes and let a couple more people come in before we get started. And I want to do something. Most of you probably saw this, but I want to play a little clip from my interview with Kathy Heller. Put a one in the comments if you found me through Kathy. Wowie, 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 wowie. Wow. So many of you. How blessed am I, y'all? People have been reaching out to me, asking me, how did I manage to get Kathy to interview me? I did nothing. It was just God told them to contact me. I did nothing. The only thing I did was show up in her course Made to Do This 2 years ago. And I did all the work. And so what I'm going to teach you today and the rest of this week is a compilation of things that I already knew, because like you, I've read all the books, I've done all the trainings, I've tried all the things, and nothing worked. And it didn't work because I was trying to be someone else and I was trying to do it someone else's way. And the major, major thing I want you to get out of this today is that you have to show up as you, fully you. And you might be thinking, what does that have to do with money? Everything, because it affects your vibration. it affects your energy. It affects how you show up in the world. And I'm going to call some of you out too today, because people were joining the Facebook group. People don't have their picture on their profile. If you are one of those people that do not have a picture on your profile, today, I want you to put a picture on your profile. In fact, I'm not even accepting anyone else in the group without a picture on their profile, because we want to know who we're talking to. We don't want to feel like it's some like strange, bot out there. And then what are you hiding from? Like, you got to show the world yourself. Literally, not wanting to be seen is one of the things that's blocking your money. That's one of the things that's blocking your money. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you something real quick. And then we'll get started. I assume you can see my screen. Somebody say yay, shake your head, yes. Yes, okay. I don't know how many of you saw this video. This is
three weeks in January. So the second,
I'm trying to see. I don't know how I can
third
start from
and
the
past week.
I might have to run it
I
again.
made $50,000. I got my W-2, and on my corporate job where I made 6 figures, between January and May when I quit last year, I made 41,000. And I made 50,000 really in about 10 days. This is the other thing, I didn't launch a thing. How crazy is that, right? I was sick in November and December. I had bronchitis, I had a sinus infection. I was having all the things. So I didn't hardly make any money. And I still knew that it was coming. I just held on to my belief that it was coming. I didn't worry about getting a job. And for all of you, I'm single, I'm divorced, I have no husband, no other income here. It's just me. So all the people that think they can't quit their job because there's nobody, no other income, it's just me and God. Three weeks in January. Okay. So the second, third, and past week.
Let me stop this. I just wanted to remind you, I didn't do anything super special except be me. And there's more to it, obviously, but that's the foundation. I want to scroll through and just look at everybody's faces. If you can come on camera, please do. I understand some people are at lunch. Hey, Karen, I see you. I see you waving. I see you, girl.
Hi.
Yeah, I want to see your face, even if you just come on camera for a second and come off, because I want to connect to your energy, y'all. Hi. Hey.
Hi, Gail.
Love it. Hi. I love it, y'all. Okay, let's get started because I know your time is precious. So I want to tell you a story about a little girl who grew up in a divorced home, mom on welfare. She cleaned people's houses and was a nanny for a living. And the first year I went to college, neither one of my parents graduated from high school. So I don't want you to think I got some special start. Neither one of my parents graduated from high school. My father, he was borderline. He could write cursive his name, but he wasn't that great of it, but he was a hard worker. My mom was super smart, but neither one of them graduated. So when I went to college, they didn't know anything about college. It was like, you on your own. So I filled out the financial aid forms for the FAFSA or whatever it's called. And my mom made $5,000 that year. $5,000. This was in 1974. So you guys know I'm older. I'm not old, but I'm older. $5,000. And she had 4 children and herself. And she was working 2 jobs. Okay. That's what I came from. There was one point where we became homeless and stayed in a motel. So can you imagine 4 kids and a mom in a motel by the beach? I grew up in New Jersey on the shore, and we were literally at this like old motel by the beach. And That's how I grew up. So when I think about the fact that in 10 days, a little bit more than 10 days, but less than 2 weeks, I made 50,000. So I made 10 times what my mother made in a year. She's probably like cheering up in heaven. I mean, it just makes me feel emotional because it's so shocking to me because I'm just like you. There is no difference between me and you. And I got out of my way. So since then, I've made another 10K. So I've made 60,000 in 30 days. And there are people that were my friends that are pissed off with me because I'm talking about money. They're just gonna have to be pissed off, y'all, because I'm gonna keep talking about money. Every day I'm gonna talk about money because we're afraid of money. We're afraid of money. We think we can't make money. We think only special people can make money or beautiful people can make money or, it's all the reasons. They grew up with it, so of course they made it. Oh, they can sing, so of course they made it. They play basketball or football or model or whatever. Of course they make money, but I'm not one of those people. And that's how I used to think. I used to get pissed off because I would say, the people making all the money are doing the things I was told not to do, taking drugs, rapping, doing all this stuff. But you know what? They were being themselves. They were being solidly themselves, and they didn't give a damn about what other people thought about them. That's one of the keys to making money, believe it or not. I have a degree in economics. Okay. I worked as an accountant for multiple years, have run other businesses. I thought it was just a numbers thing. I thought, you just had to show up and do the right thing and work hard, work extra hours and get more clients and all the things, all the metrics they tell us that we need to meet to make money. I had to learn how to invest and put a certain percentage in my 401k and all the rules. You know them. I don't even have to tell you all of them because most of you are probably trying to follow them now. They do work. I'm not like totally dismissing them because they work somewhat under the perfect situation, but most of us aren't in the perfect situation. Nowadays, most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So it's not a whole lot left over for the 401k. It's not a whole lot left over for investing. And so we've got to do things in a different way. And plus, with the internet, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. So yeah, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. So what if I told you that you don't love yourself enough? Put a 2 in the comments if you believe me. I'm looking. They're coming. They're coming. You know why you don't love yourself? Yes, Kat says she loves herself, but there's room for more. It's not just loving yourself, but it's unconditionally loving yourself. I had a call with someone today and I said to her, and I was getting ready to say I'm 65, which I am 65, but I'll be 66 in May. Okay. So I don't stand for nobody else's excuses. And I hear people say all the things, I'm divorced, I've been sick, I've been all of them. But I'll be 66 in May. And I learned how to love myself. I learned how to be selfish with myself. I call it self-full. So I want you to become full of yourself, full of yourself. So what does that look like? Because I know that I've been told self-love, self-love, you got to love yourself. And then I was like, what's that mean? I don't know what that means. You got to give yourself what you want from somebody else, from someone else or something else. Someone else or something else. That's why I encourage you to buy flowers today. I was having a conversation with one of my clients and we were talking about giving to ourselves. And she said that, I know she won't mind me sharing this. She said she hopes the next person she dates um, send her flowers to her job. And I said, well, why don't you send your own self flowers to your job? Why do we have to wait for somebody else? Why? I don't understand that, only because we were socialized that way, that we have to be in love and we have to wait for that person to send us flowers and candy and all the things. And then if they don't do it, then we think that they don't love us enough and there's something wrong with us, right? Just put your hands up if you've ever thought any of that. And if you're not raising your hand, you're lying. Because I know everybody on this call has felt that at some point, right? You all have. You all have. But you are enough. You are enough. You are enough because I said you're enough. So you're enough. That's all. That's all that you need to know. You're enough. That's it. I really, really, really want you to lean in on that. So if you feel like one day, man, I would love to, I used to love truffles, Godiva truffles. Every time I would go to the mall, which wasn't frequent, but I would go to the mall and I would go to Godiva and they used to have where they would have this card and once a month you could get a free chocolate. I used to go to Godiva and get a free truffle just because I wanted to have something sweet. Yeah, okay, it's expensive. And of course, I always bought some. They know when they give you that you're going to buy something too. But what do you like? I really want you to put down on a piece of paper, like what do you want somebody to give you today? Like it's Valentine's Day. What would you have liked someone, or maybe someone will give you something that you like today too. But if you could have anything you wanted today, what would it be? And you could put it in the comment too. I'm gonna look there. Somebody said they like Godiva, Seeds candy, massage and tea. Yes. Yes, they are the best truffles. Oh my goodness. I haven't even had Godiva in a long time because the one near me closed. Yeah, whatever it is that you want, get it for yourself. Get it for yourself. Yesterday, my daughter talked me into going to Pandora jewelry with her. I didn't even know anything about Pandora. Do you guys raise your hand if you know about Pandora jewelry? I didn't know, honest to God, I didn't know anything. I walked past that store in the mall, never really paid it any attention. Look what I bought. Wait, let me show you. Look what I bought yesterday. I have keys because my last name is Keys and each key has a letter and it spells love. I bought Paris because it's almost time for me to plan that trip because I've been wanting to go so long. And I bought a heart because I love myself. I had no plan on doing that. But you know what? When people tell me I don't have the money for that, what I say is I'll figure it out. So that's another clue for you. If there's something you desire, stop saying I don't have the money. Just because you can't see it in your hands doesn't mean you can't get it. And really it's manifestation. You can't call it in. You can't believe it's coming. You have to start having a miracle mindset. You have to start having a miracle mindset. So me having a miracle mindset is really how I made the money. I did a training like this last month. And on the training, I talked about that I was offering scholarship to work with me one-on-one. And my coach had told me, don't do that. She didn't believe in scholarships, but I told her I was making a CEO decision and I offered scholarships, which was my old rate, my last old rate. And then what I did is I went to my current clients And I gave them the opportunity to sign up early, to re-sign early if they wanted to continue at the old rate. I set a deadline, and after that deadline, that rate was gone. But there are some people that still hired me at my newer rate. I've been charging that rate since November, maybe of last year. But there are some people that still signed up with the new rate because they know I know something that they want to know. They know that I've kind of found the answer. And that really is how I made the money. I broke the rules. She told me, and I'm a good girl. Like, I grew up a good girl. I was always afraid of breaking rules, doing anything wrong, somebody being mad at me. Oh my God, what are they gonna say if I do this? Now I tell my clients, what rules can you break without getting arrested? Let's break some rules, y'all. Let's break some rules. Seriously. Don't you get tired of following all the rules? I know I did. I felt like there was this drill sergeant on my shoulder. Literally, I would visualize this little man with a military fatigues on and you know, those hard hats. And I would visualize this person say, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have done that. You should have done this. You shouldn't have bought that. You can't afford this. You shouldn't do that. I know all of you have that voice in your head. It about drove me crazy, seriously. So now I give myself permission to do whatever the hell I want. Give yourself permission to do whatever the hell you want. My daughter and I were having a conversation today about marriage and relationships and people saying that they have to ask their husband for permission. Now, I don't, to do anything, you know, and there are some people, every couple spends their money in a different way, handles their money in a different way. But I know for me, I've been single for a while. I don't want to consult anybody for my decisions. So I know I'm probably not a good person to marry anymore because I'm not asking nobody. I'm making my own money and I'm buying what I want and I'm living how I want. And you could do that with a partner too, because there are some partners, men, women, whatever, that are all in on that too. But I'm here to empower you to make your own damn money. So it doesn't matter what somebody else says or thinks. You got a pot of money right here, your play money. Do what you want. So you could have a job. I'm not here to like villainize jobs, working 9 to 5, whatever. I'm here to encourage you to open your heart and your mind to more than what you previously believed is possible. That's really what it is. So we're going to do a little exercise. And you know what, y'all? I intentionally don't, I don't read from anything. I'm totally speaking from the heart. And I do it intentionally because I want to let God, the spirit, whatever you want to call it, speak through me. I challenge, and I challenge you to do that too. Every time you think, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, you do know what to do. You do know what to say. All of you are very smart. The only thing that's keeping you stuck is that you're afraid of what other people are going to think about what you say and do. That's the only thing. When you don't care, you just show up in your greatness. So I'm encouraging all of you to show up in your greatness. So I'm going to erase this. I don't know if anybody needs to have it. Can you see this? I know there's a little glare on my part. Okay, so I like using my whiteboard. I'm a creative person. So I want to show you something. The people that have worked with me know this, but it doesn't help to hear it again. So I want you on a piece of paper to put 2 circles. Of course, my pen doesn't want to work right. Let's see, let me try a different one. There we go. 2 circles, and you want to put yourself inside the circle. And this is you right now, today. And this is you in the future. So let's say this is you on 12/31/22. I want, can you guys see? it? Yeah, you can see it. I want you to, on the paper, put how much money you make now. So if it's 75,000, put 75. If it's 30,000, put 30, whatever it is. And then I want you over here. This is the woman you dream of being. You're just as happy as can be. This is the woman you dream of being. Not what you think is possible, not what makes sense, but at least I want you to double what you currently make and put it over here. So if it's 75, then it's 150. If it's 30, it's 60. You guys know how to do the math. Everybody with me? Now I'm going to take you on a journey. And we're going to go on a journey from here to here. And this is literally what I did with my own life. And I'm going to show you something I found by accident today. It wasn't even intentional. This is a notebook I have from 2018. And it's the exact thing that I'm teaching you today. But you see how full this page is? You probably can't read it all, but you see how I'm going to read to you some of these things. I have another page full of thoughts, items that we're going to talk about today. This just shows you I take the work very seriously. You can't come here today and, or even just this week, and learn these things, and then all of a sudden everything in your life is going to totally transform and you're going to make all this money. So who do you have to be that makes the money that your future self makes? So I'm sure most of you, if you know anything about manifestation, the law of attraction, any of that, you know that your thoughts equal your feelings. I'm sorry, your thoughts equal your results. I'm sorry. Well, your thoughts lead to your feelings, but your thoughts equal your results. And when I first heard that, I thought, what does that mean? Like, I didn't get it. My thoughts equal my results. Okay, well, am I supposed to just sit here thinking? And then all of a sudden I'm gonna make 150K? Well, I teach what's called the self-coaching model. And your thoughts lead to your feelings. And if any of you did the training that's already in the Newpreneur group, you would have seen this maybe written up in a slightly different way. And then your feelings lead to your actions. But I say inspired action. They have to be inspired by high-level thoughts. So everybody wants to know the how. How? Just tell me how, I'll do it. Just tell me how. So they want to start with the actions. Everybody wants to start with the actions because that's how we've been trained. It doesn't start with the actions. It starts with the thought. And this is the journey to your result. I don't know if you can see the whole thing, but so it's thoughts, feelings, actions, results. The thought you're thinking always creates your result. So what I want you to do is write. Did everybody get this? Because I want to erase it. I'll give everybody a second. Okay, so keep in mind your number. I'll leave this part here. So I'm just going to put initial T, FAR. So if you want to make 150,000, I want you to put whatever the number is that you came up with, I want you to put it in the result line. We call it the R line. I want you to put it in the R line. And then we don't know what actions to take because we haven't created any feelings yet. Did you know that you get to pick how you want to think? Did you know you get to ignore the thoughts that come to your mind and choose the ones you really want to think that serve you? The reason why you don't have what you desire is because you're just believing everything you think. But our brains keep us safe. Our thoughts are meant to keep us safe. And what we sometimes think isn't safe really is safe. It's like really not a problem. Like some people think, oh my God, if I go live on Instagram, that's like, facing a lion or something. It's really not that serious. You get on the camera and you start talking. But some people make it so big that they're full of anxiety about it. And so we start telling ourselves, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not that type of person. You're the type of person that you decide you're going to be, period. You get to decide. I used to be what I called a quiet observer, and I was proud of it. I was a shy, quiet little girl. Well, really, I was quiet until probably 5 years ago, maybe less than that. Quiet observer. I just felt like I'll just, sit back here. I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to do anything wrong. I don't want to bring attention to myself. What if they don't agree with me? All the things that we make up in our head. What if they get mad? I don't like confrontation. That was my big one. Who else says they don't like confrontation? Well, I don't like confrontation, so I'm just not going to say anything. I started practicing saying all the things that I was afraid to say, just knowing I was going to piss people off. Seriously, that's how you build your courage muscle. I would literally know what I was getting ready to say was going to piss somebody off, and I said it anyway. Because I was like, I'm tired of, I used to call it zipping it. Like I'd tell myself, zip it, Gail, zip it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Keep the peace. Be nice. Now, it's like, it doesn't, see, somebody said, I don't think anyone likes confrontation. We have to view it in a different way. Just because we speak our opinion does not mean we're being confrontational. There is a way to express your opinion without being confrontational. So I really want you to reframe what that means, because we let people take advantage of us. We stay stuck in situations just because we're afraid to speak up. So I say, start speaking your mind. Start speaking your mind. So I'm going to tell you, which if you work with me, you know these already, but I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share with you 3 thoughts. And you can make 3 different sets of TFAR. And if you know the model or you've seen it before, the first line is your circumstance, but the circumstance could be money per year, like how much money you want to make in a year is a circumstance. So if I want to formally give you the whole model. So I want you to do, and when you go back into the Facebook group, there is a form that you can use to run these. It's called Running a Model. You can go in there and print out examples so you can practice. But I want you to do 3 sets on your paper, like CTFAR, CTFAR, 3 sets of them. And then in each one, I want you to put whatever this number is for you, your future self number. I want you to put it in the R for the result. So you're gonna have 3 lines with the same result. Everybody straight? Oh, Kim, I see you raised your hand. Can it wait till we finish? Where'd she go? She just popped. Oh, she put her hand down. Okay, somebody said they don't understand. Jill, can you speak, unmute yourself and tell me what you don't understand? Jill, who just sent me a message. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going until Jill shows herself. So now I'm gonna tell you what thoughts to put in each set. So the first one on the T line, you're gonna put, I have value, I am valuable. I have value and I am valuable. The next one is, people want what I have to offer. I see Karen doing some kind of sign language.
Were you saying the second one, is that on the T or the F?
All of them are on the T's.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Go to each T in each set. So you're gonna have this 3 times and you're gonna have 3 different T's in each one. Okay, the next one is, people are waiting for me right now. People are waiting for me right now. So I'm gonna demonstrate one of these. So if I'm thinking I have value and I'm valuable, then the feeling, I want everybody to be clear about this because so many people get confused. Feelings are one word. They're a vibration in your body. They are not like, I feel like he doesn't like me, or I feel like my boss is mad at me. That's not a feeling, that's a thought. My boss is mad at me is the thought. But how do you feel when you think my boss is mad at me? So if I think I have value and I'm valuable, I'm excited. I showed up for you guys today knowing that I have value and I'm valuable and that I have information to share. And that's why I'm excited to be here, because I was in the dark for so freaking long that I had to go around Robin Hood's barn trying to figure this out. And so start your day with, I have value and I am valuable. How do you think you'd show up on your job, in your relationships, for yourself, with that one thought? I have value and I am valuable. So I want you to put whatever feeling word fits in that for you. And if you're not familiar with your feelings, like I wasn't for a long time and I'm still working on it, you can go on and Google a feeling list. I see Gina says empowered. You can Google feeling list. They have them for kids, they have them for adults, negative, positive, all of the above. I suggest that you print out a feeling list and explore different feelings, not just good, bad, excited, fine. You know, people say, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm fine. That's boring as hell. Even if nobody's listening, because I notice now when I answer them in a different way, like I might say, I'm having an amazing day, how's yours? And they say, okay. Especially when you're like talking to a cashier or something, they don't even hear what you're saying. They just expect that you said fine and they go on about their business. But say something unexpected to people. Oh, Erica, what was that you posted? Feelings? Okay. Erica is my VA, so she's like, I call her my protege. She gets a lot of coaching from me. She's learned a lot with me. And we're blessed to have each other. So I can't even say I've learned from her too. So from here, from this feeling, then you take action. But all of you want to take the action first. Wait a minute, you want to take the action thinking like this person now. So right now, you're taking these actions and you're wondering why you're not getting here. I'm telling you, you have to think like this person in order to get here. And you have to think like that person now. You don't wait till you get here for proof and then say, oh, I reached my goal. No, today you believe that you're going to reach your goal. And I'll show you some other exercises during the week of how I say I call people in and different ways of thinking about making money. Like there's all different ways to make money, but I'm going to teach you how to make money from whatever you already know. You do not need to go back to school. You don't need a degree. You don't need a certification. You don't need anything. You just need to trust yourself. So your assignment today for tomorrow is to come in, and I'm gonna let people get coached. And I say this, and I say it all the time, you better get what you came for, because to have the opportunity to be coached by me for free is amazing. It's amazing. And I say that because I've spent probably in the past year, 50,000 on my own coaching and training to keep learning more and more and stay on top of it and keep applying what I'm learning. Because it doesn't matter if we learn something and then we just go on to the next thing, you pick up the next book or the next training. No, you want to keep being challenged. And that's when you get coached, a coach can see your blind spots. So I'll demonstrate, with some of you. Hopefully some of you will be brave enough, because what I find a lot of times is people just want to sit and observe, but you can't make more money. Stephanie said, I volunteer. But you can't make more money if you sit back quietly. You cannot. Scared money don't make money. When I first heard that expression, I was like, ooh, scared money don't make money. So if you're scared right now and you're making scared money, you better learn how to speak up so you can make some money. And and I want to say this too, this is not about the money. Does it make sense when I say that to you? This is not about the money. It's about the person that you become who makes the money. I wouldn't care how much it was. If you make 30 and you want to make 60, amazing. We all have different goals. It is about the person you become on this journey, because on this journey, there's going to be a lot of disappointment. There's going to be a lot of no's. You're going to fall down and have to get back up. But those of you that get back up and are willing to hear no, and that could be from your job. You might be on a job where you've been there for years and you should have been promoted 10 years ago and you're still hanging in there waiting for something. Most people now are waiting till I can retire. Like I used to catch a commuter bus. I live in Maryland and I used to work in DC, and I used to catch a commuter bus, and all they talked about on that damn bus was how many years till retirement. Oh my God, I used to get so frustrated. I don't want to talk about that. I don't care. I'm not even collected. Well, I'm too, right now, I can't collect Social Security without being penalized for making too much. So when I can, I said, that's my play money. That will go in savings while I'm making money. I'm not going to say, oh, got some retirement. Let me just sit down, sit back. Hell no. If any of you are thinking that, it's time to change your mind. This is a time to make your dreams come true. For a lot of us, we already had the kids, you know, we did this, we tried all of the other ways. And all we did was keep going around in circles. You know, it's kind of like, I say it's like Groundhog Day because we're like circling the now, circling the now. And tomorrow becomes the now, and the next day becomes the now, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after. And then we go on a vacation and we buy something cute, and then we feel a little bit better. And then we go right back. Oh, here I am, still thinking the same thoughts, still thinking the same things, living that same damn life. My house still looked the same. My friends and family getting on my last damn nerve, all the same. Who wants to continue to live like that? I know I don't. Who wants something different? Let me see. Let me see. Who wants something different? Because this is boring as hell. This is boring as hell. Even if you don't consider yourself an outgoing person, even if you consider yourself a homebody, this is still boring as hell. Look, I keep saying, Debbie Fisher, I don't know why, but I keep seeing you like smiling and you're moving around on my screen, but I keep seeing your face and it's so funny. I'm gonna have to coach you because I would love to know what you're thinking. I'm telling the truth. That's probably why she's laughing, because it's the truth. And nobody talks to us like this. You know, they get you on these calls and they're like, oh, this is my system. And if you follow step 1, 2, and 3, then you're guaranteed to have results. That's some BS. That is some straight up BS. If that worked, I would already had made what I've been making a long time ago. I was in a mastermind. I used to be a health coach. I never made any money, y'all. I think in like 5 years, I had 3 clients or something. I don't know, because I was so damn scared. I was scared to talk, you know, well, we didn't even have Zoom then, but we had like, you get on the teleseminar thing or you're on the phone. I was scared to talk on there. Would have all my notes and I'd be trying to read my notes and I didn't want to make a mistake and I didn't want to do it wrong. And I made no money because my butt was scared. How do I know this is how you make money? Because this is how I made money. And if it worked for me, it's going to work for you. Be your own damn self. If you make cookies, sell your cookies. If you like flowers, plant some damn flowers and go to the flea market and sell them in the summertime. Like, we all have something. This bracelet right here, wait, let me take it off so you can see it. I'm going to tell y'all how I've made money. See this bracelet? It needs to be clean, but I made this. One link at a time. One link at a time. This is no like machine made nothing. I had a bag of these links and I put them together in this pattern. I have another one too on my other arm. I know what I'm talking about, y'all, because I'm a survivor. I'm a hustler, a legal hustler, not a you know, I don't do nothing illegal. I ain't selling no drugs or nothing. This one has like little spaces in between. And then people would see me wearing these, because there's probably people on here that make jewelry. People would see me wearing these and they say, oh my God, where'd you get that? It looks like a really good weight. It's really nice. And I'd say, I made it. And then they're like, can you make me one? Literally, the bank tellers, or like, I would go places and people would just ask, can you make me one? Okay, I'll make it. Can you make me one? Okay, I'll make it. I still don't have an LLC because everybody thinks LLC is like the thing. You don't have to have an LLC to sell something. And you don't have to have a website or none of that stuff. So I would make it and go deliver it to them and get my money. That's making extra money, right? I used to do catering and I used to be a personal trainer too. I've done a lot of things, y'all. But the trainer I worked under, he was heavy on nutrition and did a lot of cooking. So then we started baking like pumpkin bread, different breads, but low fat. So I started making them and selling them. What? I used to make earrings. I still have, and that was probably 10 years ago. Somebody said people want to have what I offer. Yes, they do. That's why I said I have value and I am valuable. This is proof. Any day I could decide to make some bracelets and start selling them. I bet you I'd have my picture on Instagram. I wouldn't be hiding. People say, oh, I keep my profile private because I don't want people knowing my business. Well, if they don't know your damn business, they're not going to buy from you. And they only know what you tell them. So what do you think they're going to find out? They're going to like send some detective to your house who's going to investigate you? It's like people really don't care, and they're really not paying as much attention as we think they are. So anyway, run these for yourself. Figure out what you are feeling, the vibration in your body. Print out a feeling list, and then the actions. I want you to write for each thought 5 actions from feeling whatever the feeling is. So whatever the feeling is, then you take inspired action. Oh, that's what I was saying. You take inspired action from this place, not from this place. How would this person think if they were making 150K? What would they do? What would they say? Where would they go? And that's the last part we're going to talk about today, which is in my notebooks. I had done, like I said, this was in 2018. And I said, the woman I want to be aligns with my actions and with my visions. And then all of these lines are actions. So I tell my clients, I only told you guys 5 to write down 5, but I tell my clients 25, and I have way more than 25 here. But I'm going to tell you some questions to write down. I see people's eyes, like, what, 25? If I told you you had to take 1,000 actions to make 150K, would you give up or would you take 1,000 actions? Gail's taking 1,000 actions. Oh, you don't want to buy my bracelets? Okay, on to the next. Do you know somebody that likes silver bracelets? Oh, well, maybe they know somebody. But no, we get our feelings hurt and we say, oh, 5 people told me no, so it must not be any good. Hell no, these are beautiful bracelets. Just because Susan down the street doesn't like it doesn't mean that Mary over here won't like it. Mary might love it and want to have a jewelry party. And I had this happen too. People wanted to have a jewelry party at their house and invited me to their house to sell my jewelry, and they invited their friends over. It does not have to be complicated. You want to bake cookies? Bake some damn cookies. My daughter she never cooks. She's just starting to cook now. She made some chocolate chip cookies that are dairy free because one of the kids at my grandson's daycare can't have dairy. And then she bought some chips that don't have any kind of allergens in it. That girl never bakes a damn thing. And the cookies are beautiful and she said they taste great. They look good. I didn't have any yet. But that's what I'm saying. Even if I heard about a story about a guy who decided to try to make cheesecake. He had never made cheesecake before, but then he just got a recipe and started making cheesecake. And then you start to make the recipe your own. And then the first few times it might suck, but then you might think, oh, maybe it needs a little bit more sugar, or maybe it needs a little less this. You got to be willing to experiment with whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You could be a coach. You could be consulting in a corporation. You could be on your job and things aren't going the way you want them to. Start experimenting. Stop doing the same thing all the time. Like, there's different ways to do things. It's time to get creative. And so anyway, so I want you to answer some of these questions for yourself and journal on them tonight. So what time does this woman get up in the morning? What time does she go to bed? Debbie, are you laughing at me or something else? Because Debbie is just cracking up unless she's with somebody that's making her laugh. Debbie, unmute yourself. I just want to know what you laughing at.
Hi, Gail, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just laughing because all of these questions really apply to me right now. So it's just like you're talking to me, but I'm talking to myself at the same time. And so
Okay.
you're like, what time does this woman get up? I'm like 5 o'clock. And I'm like, what time does she go to bed? 10 o'clock.
Okay, because you look like you're just having a good old time. So I'm like, what? Well, I want to know what she's laughing at. Okay, what kind of food does she eat? How active is she? Does she exercise? Does she exercise at home or at the gym? What are some of her favorite books? Does she watch TV? Is she sitting in front of the TV? Now, this is your future self, not you today. This is your future self. Does she sit in front of the TV? Does she watch TV? What does she do? Where does she live? She gets to live wherever she wants to live. This is your story. You get to write it. Where does she live? How does she make her money? How does she make her money, honey? You get to decide. How does she dress? We get to decide how we dress. How does the woman that you admire that makes 60 or 150K, how does she dress? How does she show up in the world every day? What are her dreams? So I've given y'all plenty of work, but the only way you're going to start transforming yourself is to do the work. I can't give you like this secret formula that's all of a sudden it's just going to be like, oh, I'm making money. No, you have to change yourself. Because when you love up on yourself and you show up in that energy, then you won't think you're bothering people when you want to sell something. You won't think you're annoying someone when you ask for a raise, right? You'll be like, why wouldn't they want to give me a raise? I'm amazing. If they don't want to give me a raise, there must be something wrong with them. It's not me. It's definitely not me. Karen said she's feeling energized and inspired. I don't want you to just be energized and inspired. I want you to get to work. Because someone called me a motivational person today. I'm not here to motivate you or inspire you, really. I mean, I know you're going to be inspired by the things I say, but then inspiration without action is just nothing. It's just you sit around feeling good in the moment. So I want you to do this work and then come back tomorrow and tell me where you're stuck. So I see administrator's phone. I don't know your name, but you can unmute yourself. I see you have your hand up. Hello, you raised your hand. There's only one person with their hand raised. Maybe it was an accident then. Okay, so I'm giving you the work and it's up to you whether you do it or not, right? Nobody paid me to do it on myself. If you want it bad enough, this what I'm giving you today is way better than another degree. Is way better than a certification, a degree. Really, I see Kat too. Kat how you say your name, Kat? Parmalee?
Parmalee. Yeah.
See your smiling face. Like when you're on here, it's like, you know how certain people's faces stand out. What are you smiling about?
I'm so happy. I feel good. I mean, look at this amazing community that I'm surrounded with, because we've all manifested each other to be here in this moment. Like
Totally.
that's what I'm smiling about. It's
Totally.
beautiful.
It's amazing, isn't it? Because we say that we want to be around similar people or people, like we're searching for our people. Most of us are searching for our people because they're not necessarily sitting next to you at the office every day. Well, they probably aren't, you know, but these are the communities where you start to find your people. And so I encourage all of you, I don't know if you guys saw the post or not, but to introduce yourself in the Facebook group and also put where you live, because I was in a Facebook group. Kathy Heller has a podcast Facebook group, and she might be on here today, Annette. But I was in the group, and then they asked where you're from, and I put where I'm from, and there was somebody in there whose daughter lives near me. And then we started talking, and we went to lunch. Annette, if you're here, say something. Then we went to lunch, and we went to brunch, and now we've been going to brunch. And we girlfriends now. She's like my new best friend. And I didn't even know her a couple of months ago. I don't know. I see Annette has her hand up, but she's not unmuting. So I don't know. But anyway, like you do not know where your next best friend is, your next opportunity. You just don't know. So I'm asking you to open up and be willing. Like there's another cat on the call. I don't know if she's on here, but we talked earlier. I'm going to have her come in and tell you guys about what she does. That's the other thing. I love sharing the stage with other women. I have no shame in my game in promoting other people because I know what's for me is for me. And I am not worried about anybody. Like I'm not in competition with anybody, and neither are you. And so, I see Annette said I'm her new bestie. But yeah, I mean, you just have to open up. So I want all of you, when I go in that group later, I want to see videos, just a short video, because you got to get used to speaking on camera if you don't like it. I want all of you. There's 65 people on here right now. I want to see all of you put an introductory video on there, just saying, hey, I was in the training today. Like, look at your screen right now and pick out 1 or 2 people that stands out to you, just like I did. And I want you to give them a shout out in the group. I've never seen nobody do that before. I never even thought about it, but I think it's an amazing idea. I want you to shout out somebody that you see on the screen that just looks like you could connect with them. And literally, I want you to go in the group and say, hey girl, I saw you on the call today. That's all it takes. We make things too challenging. So when I say today's training will help you make more money without a job, who believes me? I don't see everybody's hands up. If somebody doesn't believe me, I want you to I want you to unmute and tell me why you don't believe it. Because this is the key, y'all. Ain't nobody out there, they give you bits and pieces, you know, so they'll say, thoughts are things, thoughts are things. And really when the Secret came out, I don't know how many of you saw the movie The Secret or read the book. I would be like, thoughts are things, so I just have to think about it long enough. Like, they don't tell you about what's in between. Yeah, you can visualize it. The visualization is great. But if you're visualizing from your current self, you're just thinking the same darn thoughts and have the same darn limitations. If you want a house on the beach, you better start putting that as a result you want. If you want to, like me, travel to Paris, which as soon as COVID is over, y'all, whoever want to go, I'm going to plan a trip to Paris. I'm serious, whoever wants to go. Put that in the result line, like really start playing with it and let your imagination run free. Tap into that little girl who had all these dreams that were not fulfilled and you just kind of gave up on them. tap into her, love up on her. And this is the last thing, because we're a little bit over. I want all of you, I don't know who knows about mirror work or who doesn't, but I'm just going to tell you, Louise Hay, you can look her up. Louise Hay, she's deceased now, but she created something called mirror work. And I literally have my clients look in the mirror at themselves. You got to look, go to the mirror. Don't like be distracted by anything, because we usually don't really look at ourselves. You know, we get in the mirror, we do our thing, and then we keep going. I want you to get in the mirror and look at yourself in the eyes and just say, this is how I would say it. You could say it however you would say it, but hey girl, how you doing? How you doing, girl? Really, you see my eyes? I mean it. Like real, I'm getting chills even like thinking about it. Like, yes, ask her how she's doing and then be honest. Because there's a little girl in there. You know, we have two cells, you know, it's like I don't know the technical name, but I just see it as the little girl inside, like that never, it's your soul, the little girl inside that never ages. Ask her how she's doing. Ask her, what does she need? Seriously, when you go to do this work today, ask her to speak to you. Let her speak to you. Because we had big dreams when we were little. We had big dreams, and a lot of us have given up on our dreams. And the bigger you can dream, the more money you can make. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Anybody have any like really questions they're dying to ask before we go? I don't mind staying. I see people's hands up every time I call on somebody, nobody says anything. So Judith Obachia, I don't know, you have USA at the end of your name. Judith? Okay, Judith, there she goes. How you say your name?
Obatusa.
I can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder?
Obatusa. Hold on.
Obatusa.
Mhm.
Obatusa.
Yes.
I love it. What you got for me?
I don't know why my hand has been up.
Uh-oh.
So that's a big problem. But
Well, ask me something while you're talking.
yeah, so I'm so glad that you picked me out to speak. It's such a privilege meeting you. I listened to your episode with Kathy, and the fact that the age thing, which I'm 50, and at a particular age you begin to think that it's so late, you're too late to the game. And just knowing that I'm not late to the game. And then another thing that you really talked about,
Early to the game, because I got
Yeah.
15 years on you.
Yes, and another thing you said about doing the work, it's and now you've broken down that work for us today. Like, think about everything about the lifestyle of the person I want to be, and that's a huge job for someone like me. So my question would be, for some of us, we have a problem with I don't know whether it's procrastination, but I think it's beyond procrastination. This thing that keeps you really want to go to the next level. You desire going to the next level, but there's just something that keeps you unable to move to the next step, to do the thing you need to do. For example, my problem, like I want to lose weight. Looking forward to the person, that person in the circle. I want her to be, I mean, you can still be a big girl, but have some curves that we can see,
totally.
you know, but it's so hard. So how do you combat those things that keep you bound that way? I don't know.
You have to get uncomfortable enough. When you got, and you heard me say this on the interview, when you get sick of your own damn self, you will start doing something. Like I have a nephew, he's 40, early 40s, but he got to be 500 and some pounds before he got sick of himself. And he ended up in the hospital. And literally, if it hadn't been for me, he probably wouldn't be alive, because he had something going on with his heart. I forgot what it's called, but you retain a lot of fluid. And I was talking to him on FaceTime, and I looked at him, and literally he looked like the life was being drained out of him. And I said to him, go to the hospital now. And he was like, why? I said, something's not right. You need to go, heart failure. He was in heart failure. And I got my sister and my niece to take him to the hospital. He ended up in the hospital for like 2 weeks. But it took that for him to get serious enough. And now he's lost like 150 pounds, I think, so far. But it really takes us getting so sick of our situation that we're so uncomfortable that we can't stand the discomfort anymore. So I say you got to want it bad enough. And sometimes people are so comfortable, they don't want it bad enough. And I don't know, if that's what you want to hear, but it's the truth.
Yeah. And there's something else you said that I kind of thought about. When you were talking about how you paid for the coaching training, you said you had, I think you had a mortgage and you refinanced or something like that. I don't really, the house. So for some people, they are at ground zero. I don't know, maybe that's something you're going to talk about in the subsequent days. How do you deal with ground zero? How do you move from ground zero to your next level?
Well, I was at ground zero before because I had to file for bankruptcy and had not a penny to my name like 15 years ago when I got divorced. So I know that ground zero, but ground zero means get creative. Ground zero means start selling something. Ground zero means borrowing money. Ground zero means putting some money aside. Ground zero means asking God for the answer. I can't tell you, and I'm not a church person. I've been to church. I'm not a church person only because I don't like other people telling me what to do. I have a much closer relationship to God now that I'm not in the house of the church. Me and God, we got it going on, y'all. That's why I've been able to get to where I am, because I'm not going through someone else to get to God. We got direct connection. Start talking to your God and ask for direction and listen, because we all know the answers. Everybody wants to say, I don't know. You know how to lose weight. You know the answer. You're just not ready to do it. So sometimes you got to say, okay, girl, I'm sick of me. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of this, whatever. It's time for everybody. I don't even know if I think people procrastinate. I don't even like that word because I used to say I was a procrastinator, but what it was is I wasn't excited about what it was I wanted to do. I was telling myself I had to do something like lose weight or make money in a certain way, but then it was boring as hell. So who wants to do that? So I challenge you, and actually it's funny that you asked me that because this page is all about weight loss and having a healthy, sexy body. So all of these questions, well, actually, these are my 30 ways to get there, that I was going to get there. I encourage you to go with what you already know, because you know enough. Trust me, I know, I don't even know you, but I know you know enough. And everything on here is an action based on me having a higher level thought. And that thought for you could be, I have what it takes to lose 50 pounds or whatever. I have what it takes. I am that person that loses 50 pounds. And then when you think that, what's the feeling? Like, what's the feeling that's going to move the action? And because what I'm teaching you, I'm talking about money, but this works for everything in your life. It works for everything. That's why I did it around weight loss too. I did it around my business. I did it around money. I'm doing it now around relationships and getting honest with myself about dating and relationships. So this isn't just about money. This is a tool that you can use for everything. So I'll just give you a couple, and then tomorrow I want you to tell me, Judith, some of the things you came up with. So I have on here, my first one is set a healthy, sexy goal. Because my goal is to be sexy, not just weight less, just to be sexy. And sexy really is a state of mind. Because I'm already sexy, in case y'all didn't know that. I am. What am I gonna say? Shoot. Y'all just don't know. I'm telling you, whatever you want for your life is possible. I posted something that I was dating a guy 24 years younger than me. People were pissed off. People were pissed off. So what? People unsubscribe. So what? So set your healthy, sexy body goal, girl. Now that's fun, right? That's fun. Set your healthy, sexy money goal. Like, what amount of money would be sexy to you? Like, what is sexy to you? And that's it. I'm cougarish, but she's cougarish too. That's why we are friends. Y'all don't hate on the cougars. I'm just being real. See, this is how you make money, y'all. You just pay attention. Pay attention. I'm telling you. The old girl would never speak like this. No, believe me. I was like, I don't want people to know that I date younger guys, because what are they going to think and what are they going to say? And I had, Jill said, who cares what other people think? But most of us do care what other people think. I had a coworker that told me it was disgusting, that I was disgusting. Yeah, that it was sick. All right, that tells you where some people's brains are, because she probably felt that she was disgusting and sick. But that's literally what she told me. I was like, okay, you're entitled to your thoughts. But a few more things for you, Judith, and that is tell yourself the truth. And everybody can use this even with money. Tell yourself the truth. So these are the actions. These are the inspired actions. You want me to tell you to go invest in some mutual fund or some, I was going to say SHIT, but I won't say that. Some crap. I'm not going to tell you nothing like that, because that's not moving the needle. You better tell yourself the truth about how much money you really want. I don't care how much debt you have, you can still make enough to pay it off and put some in the bank. Also, and this is the most important thing for both money, weight loss, brain management. What thoughts are you thinking? That's my number 31 on my list. Brain management. You got to manage your thoughts. You got to manage your thoughts. And if later in the week y'all want to hear more about weight loss too, because I used to teach this course. I told you I was a health coach. I used to teach this course called Manifest My Weight Loss. And so it's very similar kind of thing where you create what you desire from your thoughts, starting with your thoughts. Anybody else have a question before we go? I see V has her hand up. I don't know if V really wants to talk or that's an accident, but I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions so you know you're clear on this. So when we come tomorrow, some of you will be ready to be coached on your homework. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Y'all, I'm telling you, I spoke from the heart. I spoke from the heart. And that's what I want you to learn how to do. Just share your heart. You know, I have my little old notebook or whatever, but shared what I know. And this is day one. Imagine, you know, what you're going to get in 4 more days. So I will see you guys in the Facebook group. Make sure you snap a screenshot and tag me. Make sure you go in the group, do your video. Do your video, y'all. It could be less than a minute. I want to know your name, where you're from. Like, tell me something quirky about you, or your favorite food, or tell us something fun. Okay? All right, y'all. See you.